Hello?
Yo.
What's up, Neon?
I didn't even know you messaged me because I'm like eating my burger here, and then I.
Oh, you just flipped Fnatic and now you're eating a burger?
Yeah, I mean, we ordered from the place where they got their draft, so. Oops.
Oh, Neon!
Oh no, no. Clip it and ship it. It's the front pager, folks. It's the front pager. Clip it and ship it.
Oh, Neon. That was
I mean, you can't say you didn't earn it, though. You can't say you didn't earn the PM.
I'm sorry, that was so spontaneous.
Oh my god, Neon. Oh my god, don't kill them, they're already dead, man.
Okay, alright.
Oh, everyone take a breather. Everyone take a breather.
Alright.
So,
Alright,
Neon,
let's ask Neon.
can I ask what's on
you
your
going-
burger first?
Oh my god.
Well, it's just like a normal burger, you know? Like,
Alright.
the good place was closed, so we went with some other place.
Mm-hmm.
But by the looks of it, it's just a regular cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yeah. I just kind of took my first bite, so now I have to stop to give a proper interview.
Yeah, no, this is a chilled out interview, dude. Don't worry. You can eat at the same
Dude,
time.
I'm still reeling from your fucking Jesus.
Man, I almost had a...
That was... I'm dying.
Oh my
I'm
god.
dying.
So, what were your
Holy
thoughts? How was Scrims this week? All good?
I don't think the scrims are actually good. They were like quite tragic as Gilius said on PGL. Was it
Mm.
PGL?
Yeah, we were in the cab at that
Yeah.
point. We didn't get to watch.
There were some unfortunate circumstances that made us all stay in our own rooms and scream from, you know, that kind of environment.
Oh,
So I
right.
think
So you're
they
doing
were-
reviews like on Discord and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh.
so that kind of reflected our practice. And we had some, let's say, interesting games against some, let's just say, non-LEC teams.
Okay.
So the practice definitely didn't indicate a clean 3-0 by us, I must say.
Wait,
So you're telling me
okay,
you got
so-
stomped by a national team this week? Is that what you're telling me?
Okay, I'm just gonna say one thing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna call a specific team out because I don't wanna like leak anything, but there was like a specific team that is not from LEC,
Uh-huh.
and that I think beat us 1-4, but that same team apparently beat Fnatic even harder.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna disclose the name of the team. But I don't know, there's just something like when you scream like national league teams,
Uh-huh.
like it just feels weird, but usually like the national league teams feel harder than actual LEC teams sometimes because you kind of let your guard down and you like
Bruh.
assume that they're that much worse.
You're
But
just-
there's some teams
I know
that are
what you
just
mean.
like,
I
Bro,
know.
you're doomed.
not-
You're just doomed because like for the national team, they're sweating, right? Like this is their time to shine. This is the best
Okay,
practice
okay.
they're gonna get all week. And for
I
you,
see-
you're like,
I
there's
see
no
a lot.
way you can win.
I see a lot of the team predictions in the chat, but guys, I'm telling you, I have not seen the team that did this a single time. Oh my god! It's crazy.
It
I don't
was a
know, man.
rough one.
I'm really liking all the people spamming Golden Guardians or TSM. That's
Good memes.
that's some optimism there.
Good memes. You love to see it. Yeah, you played Xayah matchup 3 times in a row. You played the Xayah
Pork,
twice. You
let's
played
go,
Xayah
man.
once. Is that just the thing now? It's
Love
just
the
you pick
council
Xayah, I pick
today.
Xayah. You pick Xayah, I pick Xayah.
Well, there's other champs that you can pick, but it was kind of the meta this series. I mean, for me specifically, I wanted to play those champs because I looked at all the like recent Fnatic games, and they're kind of like botlane focused team.
Mm.
And I looked at the series against SK, and I see that the only thing that this team does is that they just spam gank bot lane on every bad wave, on every like, on every outpush. Like they're just gonna try and gank you, you know, which actually happened. Like I assumed that it would. So in that case, like those kinds of champs that have like self peel and like are good in skirmishing would be the best. So hence these matchups every game.
Damn.
Hmm.
I can't wait. How do you feel about Rogue? That's like a big question on my mind because I think that like this series, you said you didn't expect it to be a 3-0, but I think the Rogue series is like a bigger question to me because you guys, like, as well as you did play, Fnatic kind of just did exactly what you said they did, right? They just kept forcing over and over again. I feel like the Rogue series is going to be a bit closer. Like, does this series actually show us anything that we can take to the Rogue series, or is that just going to be like completely different?
Well, I think it shows that along with the last series from like against G2 last week, it shows that we can compete with Europe top teams right now. And we're a strong team to not underestimate, which
Mhm.
G2 might have a little bit in some games last week. So I think that against Rogue we can expect some close games.
Okay.
And I think they're for us they are a very strong opponent, and they're probably the team we have struggled the most with this year in scrims.
Mm.
So yeah, I definitely don't think they're gonna be nearly as easy as Fnatic was today.
Bro, I'm so ready to like potentially call you back on Sunday if you do win the series and have you go from, yep, they're a good team, we respect them, you know, we'll see what's gonna happen, for you to be like, oh yeah, I just ordered a kebab from the place where they can like work after they lost the series. You know?
Okay,
Like,
Drakos.
the absolute contrast between you after you beat Fnatic to like what you have to say about Rogue, you're like instantly back to like respectful PR pro player. You're like, they are a good opponent.
Can't make the
I
same joke,
respect them.
guys. But honestly, like, it just feels like Fnatic was that kind of a team to like kind of banter other people on Twitter on like their social game,
Uh-huh.
and like they would be the team to like, you know, be cocky. So it's I think it's justified to be a bit cocky back.
It's
I
fucking
mean,
free.
you won the day, dude. And frankly, like as long as you're not like calling for anyone to be benched, I think you're fine. That's like that's where I draw the line. Otherwise, like you earned it. You 3-0'd. You get to talk all the shit you want, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's crazy. How are you feeling, Neon, dude? You finished top 4 in the regular split. Now you're top 4 in playoffs.
Well,
Is it going to be a
let's just
Schalke G2 final, or what's going on here, man?
let's just say, ever since our lose streak, I don't know how many games it was, so like 7 games.
I think 7, yeah.
Yep.
I kind of had a mentality shift where every game that I played from then on, I just expected to lose. And I tried to like play with no regret and just, you know.
Okay.
I was expecting to go home after every single weekend, and apparently
You
like
expected to be the one
there's
working in the burger shop.
there's some inner workings in the universe that just want me to not go home for some reason.
Yeah, the universe on your side, dude. Correct. It's good
So,
mentality, though. Just fucking flip
Yeah,
it.
I think it's actually good mentality, because if you expect to lose, then you're not extra sad when you lose.
Mm.
And when you feel, it kind of feels maybe better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, it's just like a win-win mindset, I guess.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Wow. Okay, so Rogue on Sunday. Are you guys scrimming tomorrow, actually? Or are you just gonna no scrim it, watch the games, prep on Saturday, and then just go ham on Sunday?
Now we're actually gonna play a few games.
Okay.
So, I mean, we might have won the series, but that doesn't make us like good, and it shouldn't, because I think we've had this moment as a team. At the start of the split, we went like 4-0, and then yeah, we probably thought we were better than we actually were, and then we went into this Omega slump. So yeah, we just need to stay level-headed, which I think we will.
Yeah.
How deep into your prep do you feel like you guys went today? Because I know from talking to Dylan that you guys are like he does a lot of work and you guys have a lot of like special stuff prepared. And I don't want you to give anything away, but
Well,
like
yeah.
how much did you actually show today? Like is there like how like was it like 10%, 5%, 20%? Like
I mean, we basically showed one draft because we played the same style every single game, and we didn't want to change anything since we kept winning, you know? We didn't have to. So I don't think we actually showed the bare minimum today.
I think it's insane for you guys. Like I actually feel bad for
Pog,
Rogue because I
let's
think
go,
they learn
man.
nothing from these games. They see one draft and you guys only have to show one draft, and like in theory you should be advantaged, right? Because you're like the higher seed. You don't get to see who's coming, but you get to see like if it's 5 games, you get to see everything that they've got prepped, and they got literally nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have like an idea, because we have scrimmed decent amount this year. But there's definitely like some things that they probably won't expect or don't see coming.
Yeah, because you're the guys with the Nocturne Cartus and with the Darius. You got a lot
Yeah.
of tricks up your sleeve, it seems.
Yeah.
Like it a lot. Like it a lot.
I mean, we have like this special strategy that we look at what Marc is about to nerf next patch, and then we like start to look into these champs. So like Marc is also on our side.
You see Coach Marc Yetter?
Yeah, because like if something is getting nerfed, the chances are it's probably stronger than it should be. And Riot Games has all the info, you know, they need to like
yeah, they have
decide
200
where
years
you're
of experience.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's like a 5-head move that you can use in pro play.
Ah, that's how you
Because
stay ahead
usually-
of the meta. You just look at what they're nerfing next patch.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god,
It's
actually so
genius.
broken that we don't
It's
play on
genius.
live
It's a
patch.
Marc Yetter gap, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
He should
That's-
change it.
that's
Right now,
funny as
his
it
Twitter
sounds.
description says gameplay design director for League of Legends. It should say analyst for Schalke 04 esports.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
I
Marc
mean,
Yetter
just-
gap.
can't believe he's been tweeting like the next patches for so many years, and we've never like thought about it before, you know.
Yeah, it's a Yetter diff.
We,
People in the chat are asking
Caedrel,
you to. Huh? What's up?
I was gonna say we really got to get Marc on the Euphoria podcast.
Dude, imagine we had Marc Yetter on Euphoria. How pog would that be?
Oh my god.
I would love that. I would
I
love
would
that.
just love if we just invited every pro. Like it's like imagine like Hotline League, but it's Marc Yetter, and we just call them pro players.
Okay.
And
I
it's
think
just all roast.
jokes aside, I think Marc Yetter talking to pro players about solo queue could be like one of the best content ideas there has ever been at Riot Games. Like I'm so sure there will be so many like funny topics, like
The
just
round
make it happen
table.
one day.
It's also
It's
yeah,
just
it's
a
also
round
funny
table.
because he's got so much info and so much data that I'm there's a bunch of shit that I'm sure like it's like he's definitely gonna lose some arguments, but he's also gonna win some too.
Can we get it going?
yeah.
And we'll drop
Yeah,
him a
it's actually
message.
crack-
I'll
it's
drop him a
actually
message
crack. We have
tonight and
to
see if
we
he
have
wants
to
to get on
drop
the
a message.
Euphoria or if he wants to join a podcast.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
do it
seriously.
up, Caedrel. Yeah, you do it up, bro. He
I
knows,
think you're
he
gonna
knows
have to help me
you-
co-host it though. Kratos. You're gonna
Alright,
co-host
man,
it with
alright.
me?
I mean, I have to be the neutral party. I just have to be the one who goes, I know nothing about solo queue because I'm fucking bad. So let's give this guy a chance to answer
We'll
the
be the
question. You know what
mediators.
I mean?
We'll get 3 or 4 pros and then just have Marc Yetter. And we'll call it the round table. Or like, not the round table. That's what LS does. The round table is what LS does, right?
Honestly, Marc Yetter versus the world, dude. That's the podcast. It's just Marc Yetter versus every high
Yeah, we'll call it
player.
we'll call it the Yetter table.
It's actually correct.
Okay, I'll message him actually tonight and see if he's down for it. Because I don't know if he's down for content, and I think it would be good for him, or like to just give the pros like, why is duo queue not here? Why is this not there? Why is that been OP for so long? La la la. Lucidity.
Oh, I would love to have this chat with Marc Yetter like on camera. Like I would love to interview him, or like interview him, I guess.
Okay, well, debating in Yetterlo. Okay, I like that one. That's the memes. Oh yeah, someone in chat asks about the dragon steal. Now, Gilius flashed in to 3 people to steal a dragon, which was a 50-50, and if he didn't get it, he was dead. Was there any comms? Was he like, fuck this, I want to be the alpha here or something?
Actually, we talked about this in the shuttle on the way back, and he's like, I don't remember what happened. And I like when he says this, I'm serious. Like I think in that moment, like his primal instincts took over, and it was just he said he didn't even know that he smited it. He said that after he died, he pressed tab and looked that his smite was down, and then he realized that he must have smited it.
The primal instincts
He's
kicked
literally
in.
it's
Survival of the
he's
fittest.
God Gilius. No, dude, it's just like the Holy Spirit took over him for a moment and guided his hand, dude. The God Gilius narrative's alive and well.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! When it's Yugi and then the guy takes over, you know? And then he just doesn't remember or something. I don't know. Fucking Gilius primal instincts flashes in. He's the alpha here. Steals the Drake and then... Whoa, where the fuck am I? Wait, I'm dead. Wait, what? I thought I was doing crab.
Oh my god.
Every team fight he just descends.
Then he presses tab, sees what's on cooldown, and realizes that he probably did that, yeah.
Oh, I did that. What a legend. Alright, another question in chat for Neon. Who's gonna win, G2 or Mad? Or what are your thoughts?
Well, it's really hard to predict League nowadays, especially in the LEC, but I mean, since I guess I played both on stage, I would give the advantage to G2.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely like, wouldn't be surprised if actually Matt took the series, you know? Because I believe they're probably second best team right now. I mean, statistically, I guess they are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you favor G2 more if it's an elimination match, like if it's finals or if they're in losers bracket? Would you knock their chances up? Because I feel like until G2 are actually in finals or about to be knocked out, I feel like they're not like 100%. You know what I mean?
Well, I favor G2 because like all of their players have just so much experience, and they probably at some point in their careers experienced a scenario like this, you know. So I think they can handle the pressure that comes with it. While as Mad Lions has like they have like 2 rookies, and I think with rookies it's never really like you don't really know how they'll behave in those kinds of scenarios like playoffs. Like for example, like last year was my first playoffs, and I just let the pressure of like the thought that I'm 1 series away from Worlds, which we were, like I let it get to me, you know, and hence I ended up like really stressed and played really poorly because of it. So that's why I also like the mentality of expecting to lose, you know, and playing like it doesn't matter in a way, but you're like still playing your best, obviously, but just not caring, you know.
Yeah. Here's me and Caedrel were talking about this today before the cast, kind of trying to think about everything that we could talk about both teams. And one of the things that came up was that like last year you were trading time, right? only for a few games. You played 15 games regular season, so you did play most of the season. But this is
Yeah.
like technically it is your first full season on LEC stage, I think.
Yeah, it is literally. Like before, I was always the guy who just like goes to the last place team because someone gets subbed out, you know, and then it's me there, and then I don't turn the things around because the team is already a sinking ship, and then I think it kind of hurt my reputation a little back in the days.
Well, yeah, and so I just wonder, like, do you see yourself as like, because you've been around for a while and you played for a long time, but do you see yourself as
Yeah.
like a veteran? Do you see yourself as a rookie? Like, where do you put yourself on that scale? I guess.
Well, I wouldn't call myself veteran because players like there's a lot of players that I compete with that I remember being around for such a long time, you know.
Mm.
And
Wait, I just got some breaking news in my ear from the producer.
dude, I saw that. Like I looked.
Gilius stole the Drake with a flash auto attack. He didn't smite it. So his primal instincts, he really did ascend from God there. Selfmade was the one who smited it, and then Gilius smited Selfmade after the dragon died.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, but actually, like, I don't believe in the Schalke Miracle Run narrative, but that was a miracle steal. Like this man, just the Holy Spirit just filled him.
What can't Gilius do? He has miracle steals. He had miracle steals against G2 as well. And he's mind controlling Fnatic to sprint it down in bot lane and run it down in draft. He's like, he has like some magical powers, like objects or something.
I think he's just on a different level. Like Gilius is like
he's on
the most special pro player I've ever played with.
But he even against G2, he was stealing everything, right?
He's just really unique.
He's on another plane.
The Church of GODGILLIUS is fucking Jesus.
Another plane of consciousness. Very well.
Another plane of consciousness. He's in the 7th dimension.
Yeah,
we're all in third dimension.
He sees in 4D. You know what I mean? Like we're all here trapped in 3D, and he's got a whole nother dimension.
Because like Gilius is like in the 4-dimensional library from Interstellar. Like that's how he lives his life.
He's looking at the dragon fights through the library grass like in Interstellar.
Reaches out and takes control of the mouse for a second.
Yeah, he sees himself playing on the stage. He's in like the 4th dimension looking through a library, and that's when he gets the shock. It's like, and then he just like, he takes over from the library, just puts his hand out, takes the dragon, steals it, then takes his hand back, and then Gilius wakes up on stage like, whoa, what the fuck? What was that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, keep it going, boys. I'm writing all this down. I'm sending it to Evan, our writer. This is it. This is the monologue.
This is
before
the monologue?
road game. It's just this is it right here.
No, we don't want to curse Neon with the monologue, dude. We don't want to curse him. The monologue gap.
People are so
like, I don't know if the Marc diff can handle the monologue gap.
It's true. That's the analysis we're missing. People want to talk about the game. I want to talk about the Marc Yetter gap versus the monologue.
I wish we were casting Rogue Schalke now so badly. We would push some fucking interstellar narrative in that bitch. Like if Gilius steals Dragon, we'll just go nuts about how Mirth was there. Or something like this. And some fucking Morse code. Oh, and then we'll say Eureka! Or something like this. It starts with a miracle, yeah.
Oh my god, this sounds like.
Who's casting?
People would have
Rogue?
opinions.
Who's casting Rogue? Okay, it's who's casting? It's
Medivedi. It's gonna be good. They're gonna do.
Medivedi. Okay.
Yeah, and then it's Quick Shot and your Vedius, I think, tomorrow for Matt versus G2.
Yeah. Cool. Is Neon reading chat? Neon, are you reading chat?
Not really. Kind of trying to eat my food here.
Wait, Rogue's in chat.
Rogue's in chat.
Shout out Rogue. It starts with failure. You love it.
Yeah, I want to see.
Can we do a negative monologue about a team, and does that reverse curse them? These are the questions we haven't answered yet.
Yeah, true.
If I spend 3 minutes roasting a team, does it like give them a blessing on stage or some shit?
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna watch because I didn't actually pay attention to the players on stage because we were watching the game. But next time I watch the stage in a Schalke game, I just need to see if there's just a light gap, and Gilius has a little bit more light shining on him than anyone else. And maybe that's just a fucking interstellar diff.
What is Gilius? You know?
What is that meme?
Darkness, he's in the light.
Yeah, I don't remember the
copy pasta. Somebody get the copy pasta.
Yeah, it's a good one. Oh yeah, wait, was it you guys who paused with the light in your eyes?
I paused today because of lights, but I don't think I said light in my eyes.
Oh, was it you who had the lights, or is it someone else?
No, that was actually me. I don't know. It's just lightning felt way different since last time I was on stage, so I wanted them to put lights
Yeah.
were down.
Makes
Like
sense.
the first time I went for a tech check, like there were so many lights, like I could literally see myself in the screen, and I tried to look for it myself, you know.
Mm. Yeah. Cool. Well, what a great series, Neon. Smurfing.
Bro, we got the Gilius King of Lee Sin
Yeah,
Spain.
we'll look to keep it up for a good series against Rogue.
Yeah, I'm so mind blown how Gilius steals. Well, Schalke stole Baron with no smite. They stole Infernal Soul without smite. And then they stole this dragon flashing in without smite.
With smite up, technically.
With
Didn't
smite up.
need it.
Didn't need it.
Important distinction.
Oh, here's the copy pasta. Who is Gilius? For the blind, it's the light. For the hungry, it's the bread. For the sick, it's the cure. For the sad, it's the joy. For the poor, us, it's the treasure. For the debtor, it is forgiveness.
Damn.
Damn. Well, you heard it here first. Church of Gilius is open to fucking business.
Yeah, sorry, Rogue. This is
Actually-
a Gilius only zone right now. Gilius Neon only zone.
What were you gonna say, Neon?
I don't know if I can say it because it's like a secret that Gilius shared with us.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I mean, I'm here for it. If you want
Yeah.
to share it, you don't have to.
Yeah, we're here to listen.
But I don't know, maybe it's too powerful of a tool to reveal.
Why don't you type it to us and then we'll tell you?
No, what?
Well, I think I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
And if Gilius hears it, then I'm sorry, buddy.
Sorry,
But it's
buddy.
too hilarious. But let's just say it's for science. Actually, Gilius has been doing no fap, and he was timing it to spike around our match days.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, Neon.
And
Okay.
currently,
And you're telling me it's a fap gap? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh,
and he timed it so it would spike on the Rogue series. So I mean, there's probably something that we haven't yet seen that will, prevail.
Alright, Neon.
Oh my god.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Bro, this is the thing I like about talking to you, Neon, is that you go from your burger topping comment to we respect them, they're a good opponent, right back to Fap Gap. And I just like, we never know what's coming out of your mouth. Is it
Well,
going to be PR and
dude,
positive, or just going to be fucking
Drakos,
wild?
imagine us on this cast. The first narrative we'd push is the fap gap.
Not, bro.
The second
please,
narrative
not even
we
joke,
push is the
please
Interstellar
literally
Miracle
never
Run.
Say that on air. You will be fucking fired so fast, bro. And I wouldn't even defend you. I'd be like, nah, he goofed. He fucked up. He deserves it. He earned it. Don't say the fact. Can you imagine? You're like, hello, potential sponsors. Check out our wonderful broadcast. And they like turn on and it's you. He's like, yeah, so the Fap Gap here. They're like, excuse me, what? You're like, I'm sorry, that's a translation issue. That's a meme in our scene. It means fiercely attacking progress. I don't know. Like you have to switch it so fast.
Oh my god, dude. Well, you heard it here first from Neon. Why Gilius is so powerful. Okay.
Please, like, don't tell it to too many people because, like, this might just be like the groundbreaking, thing in esports.
It could be, yeah. No, it's no. What I'm reading in chat, no.
Guys.
Wait, look at Discord. Wait.
No, please. No, dude. No.
Oh my god, man. All right. Well, yeah, Neon. Okay. Okay.
I don't even know how we follow that up, Neon. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
you, dude. It's really hard to follow that up. But we just have to I think we just have to take a hard
Well-
right turn or something. You know what I mean? It's not like if that's what it is what it is. In respect to him, he found out how to get the edge.
Indeed,
No pun
and that's-
intended.
That's what this all is about at the very top, right? Like, you need to look for all the ways that could possibly give an edge over the enemy, and that's where Gilius looked somewhere where nobody else has looked before, and as you guys can see, like, he transcended. But
I have to weigh up everything I say back to this because this is definitely not a clip I need sent back to my boss.
You love to see it, dude. You love to see it. Pro player insight is something else. I'm telling you, dude. pro player
This is
insight
what
is
people
something
want.
else. This is what the people want.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I don't know.
Wait, it's
Like,
just
there's
a
a lot of
test,
pro
testo
players.
diff.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say that there's like a lot of pro players who are like, like really dry. They will always give the most generic responses, right? But that's just so boring, right? So might as well not do that. Just say
3.6
what's really
members in
go-
Discord, Pog.
Say what's really going on, you know?
Yeah.
No, I respect it, dude. I always appreciate honesty. I don't usually expect it to sound like that, but I do, I do appreciate the honesty.
It's like achievement. It's like, you know, in Fortnite when like, what is it, where every time you level up or something, you get like a reward. What is it called? A battle pass? What is it? It's like a
don't
fab
know.
pass
Yeah,
every
this-
day that he's just withstand. So like day 14, now you can smite
gets, like,
drakes
2
without
elo.
smiting drakes. Like day 21, the Baron steals will be in your favor.
Dude, someone should make like a funny infographic with like the fab pass, I guess.
No.
Okay, no, we're going too far here. Let's kill this real quick. This could get bad.
All right. Question from chat / question I think we've also been wanting to ask is, so I don't know if you're watching LPL LCK right now, but they're like bot lane meta is almost completely different than ours.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Varus, Ezreal bards getting played. I'm curious how much more we can. Guys, I know it's really hard for you to talk about that without giving anything away, but I'm just trying to figure out like how much of that's actually showing up in EU.
Okay, so I feel like all these regions, like the top regions, like let's just assume that LCK, LPL, and LEC are like top regions, right? Have kind of different metas because like each team believes that a way to win game is like something what they believe, right? Like for example, Fnatic believes that the way for them to win is to just like throw everything at bot lane and hope it pays off, right? And that's like kind of what a lot of like top LEC teams have been playing for a lot this year, like just straight up bot lane and winning through bot lane. And I think right now it is pretty viable because ADC in a competitive environment is at a really good spot right now with the items that they have, and you can just like, if there is gold put into you, then you can win the game for your team, right? And it just feels like there's also a lot of fighting because teams just want to fight you. So like the meta is different in every region. I really don't like some drafts in LCK and LPL. I don't understand myself. Maybe I would get better understanding of them if I actually scrimmed against those teams. But up until I do, I cannot really compare like which way of playing the game is actually better. So this is why Worlds, I think, at least to me, will be like so funny to watch, because like these like playstyles from regions, they will like clash, and then you can like compare which one was actually better, you know, like sometimes. So it's hard to say, but I think just because LCK and LPL play something different, I wouldn't always say it's the holy grail and it's something that you need to follow, you know.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and it's definitely not like. I think the biggest thing is like they're always going to get that respect because they're the most recent Worlds winning region, right? And also because like they were way ahead of us on the last big carry jungle meta. We were like years fucking behind last year up until playoffs, right? So it's like I'm not sweating. Don't get me wrong. Like from like an international competition standpoint, I'm just curious. You know, I'm definitely not sweating for it yet, but like I will get worried if we can't play that shit when it does come time.
Okay, don't get me wrong. I actually don't think that. I actually think that LCK and LPL, like individually players, are like way better than we are in EU. But that doesn't have to mean that what they play and what they believe to be the meta is actually like correct. You know, like their view on the game might just be different as a team or like their identity. So.
Yeah, they play a lot of like LPL especially plays like Pumpkinch, Braum, Varus, Ezreal. It's a bit different. And it's still high prior Renekton mid with Chovy, LCK. Like Renekton's still really up there. First rotation, first ban.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense that in the hyper carry meta, champs like Braum and Pumpkinch that actually like offer so much peel for the AD. Like I can see it being good, you know. So it's definitely a good tool to use, like LCK, LPL, to take inspiration from. But I wouldn't always consider what they play to be just the best, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Because like so many times I just look at like LCK and I see like drafts that I wouldn't want to play, you know.
I'm gonna fix Moodbot for next stream, by the way, because
just like
so many
heavily
messages
outdrafted the other, and the
Wait,
other team just like wins, you know.
Real quick.
Like for example, there like this week there was this team they were picking like Ezreal into like Xayah Hecarim, which in my eyes was very bad, but then they just like win the game, you know. So
okay, I fixed it. You can caps now. It shouldn't get deleted.
It's just weird, man. Sometimes.
Yeah, no, I feel it for sure. It's also just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We were talking to Odo on Euphoria this week about it, but like, I just feel like the metas, especially for jungle, is just like so fucked. Especially when
Yeah.
most people in our league don't want to pick like Nidalees of the world. It's literally just fucking perma Hecarim meta, and Hecarim Junior and Udyr and Volibear. You
Hecarim
know, and
Jr..
I just like it's just like just fucking just.
Yeah, Hecarim's
That's what I
definitely
would talk to
best.
Marc about. When we talk to Marc, I'm going to talk to him about Chem Tank because like
Mr.
I'm just
Yetter?
done. I'm over it. Yep, I'm over it. I don't want any more Chem Tank in my game.
Yeah, we need to get this going. I'm gonna DM Marc tonight and be like, dude, me and Drakos hosting, couple pro players, have a beer. Let's have a chat about the meta. Come on, let's have a chat about what's OP. Let's have a chat about no duo Q and master.
Yeah, I would love an invite, honestly.
You want to invite, mate? I'll get you a VIP ticket front row.
Nice.
And I'll send out a few other invites to another pros who might have strong opinions. Either it's in favor of Marc Yetter or against. I think Karsi is another one who I think is a very disappointed
sad that he
in the
can't
duo.
Q. Yeah.
Yeah, we need like Bad Cop Neon. We need like Saj Karsi. And you need a lot of different personalities in there as to why duo Q should be brought
Actually,
back.
I feel bad for Marc because like Marc has to try to make everybody happy. He's got to make that kid in bronze one who thinks Darius is OP. Like, which Darius, maybe Darius is OP. Fucking Jesus. Good job, guys. Like he's got to make that guy happy, and he also has to make like Hecarim somehow balanced for the guy that like doesn't have hands, but also balanced for the best pro player in the world. Like that job is rough.
That job sucks because no matter what, someone's gonna hate you.
Yeah, someone's pissed. You're getting the bronze one guy yelling at you, or you're getting Neon yelling at you. He's like, "Hello, Hecarim might not be balanced." He's like, "Look, dude,
Dude,
bronze one's 45% win rate."
I would not start with Hecarim. I would start with Seraphine and all this like Moonstone shit.
Oh, that's true. I'm actually 100% feel you on that. How does a champion that only builds support items outscale every other champion?
And that champion has been nerfed 3 times in a row, and the items that it builds have also been nerfed a couple of times in a row, and it still is the most OP shit you've ever seen. I don't get it.
Well, maybe G2 busts it out tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm telling you
Let's
right
see.
now. I'll tell you exactly what I tried to convince Mickey to do. That he will absolutely. I'm telling you, Pike, Serpent's Fang. It's coming
Seraphine
back.
is so broken. Why does nobody play her? Well, let's just say, in bot lane it has pretty bad matchups sometimes, and it's hard to pick. But in mid lane, it has been seen a lot. But it's also kind of hard to pick because you need to. Actually, did we? I mean, Vitality was playing it a lot. I mean, did Fnatic play it in the regular season?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
played
did.
Seraphine
Misty
mid,
played
yeah.
it. Wait, but chat has a good point, Neon. If you have so many problems with Seraphine, why don't you just at her, bro? She has a Twitter account. Like just bring it up with her
Yeah,
personally.
she does have a
dude.
Twitter account, yeah.
Who's in charge of it? It's like, what?
What are you talking about, bro? She's a person. What do you? It's not
Actually,
like
like,
creepy marketing
What is it?
strategy.
At
She's a person.
like,
dude.
okay, guys. Okay, so now that we're talking about Seraphine, I have another Gilius story. Like,
Okay, here we go.
back last year when Seraphine was released, like we all thought that this champ was just bad, you know, because it's like Sona, and Sona is just a bad champion, and nobody wants to have a Sona on their team, right? And Gilius, all the time he was saying this champ will be mega broken because there will be a new album released, so they have to buff it for the album to make money, you know. And again, Gilius was right, and nobody believed him.
So they dropped an album, and then they had to buffer. And Gilius knew this was coming.
He knew that they were gonna
So
release
he
like
knew
an
it would
album
be
or
OP.
something. So he just knew that they would have to make it really OP at one point.
It's just a fourth dimension Gilius, isn't it?
He just sees.
He's on the outside in the interstellar, exactly the fabric of reality, and he sees
Yeah, if you
what's
watch
going to happen.
the end of the Matrix, where like Neo sees all the numbers, that's how Gilius sees the world.
He sees the number of sales on the album. He's like, yep, it's going to get buffed. And then he knows that next year it's going to be first rotation because it's buffed. Jesus. So when did Gilius say this to you, Neon?
Oh, there was like December bootcamp. He said,
December bootcamp?
Yeah, he's like, oh, we should really practice on Seraphine bot. And I'm like, shut up, man. And there's like, no, trust me, they're gonna release an album soon, and it's gonna be really OP. That's literally what happened, by the way.
This was before the item rework as well.
Bro, the album's there's not even an album yet. What's gonna like if he's right? Like,
does Seraphine not have an album?
No, they released the song forever ago. That was like November. That was Worlds, bro. That was the KDA thing was forever ago.
That was
so
it?
He's predicting for next year, and she's already Imba now. If he's right, she's gonna be like just
Oh yeah, it was the baddest, right?
impossible. Yeah, there's like a whole EP.
Maybe she does have an album coming, and then Gilius was right, but we'll have to keep our eyes on it.
Yeah, he's definitely up to something.
Dude, Gilius' mind, I'm curious how it works, dude. He just knows, he's just micromanaging / predicting / dissecting every outcome possible. Crazy.
Yeah, it's like a super
Sometimes
computer.
I can't tell where the
Supercomputer.
meme begins and the meme ends anymore. You know what I mean? So many of these things I feel like started out as memes and then like are just now actual things.
Actually, I would love your take on this, Neon. Does
Uh,
Fnatic need off-season changes?
Honestly, it's a hard question for me to answer because I don't know how much every player contributes and how much they affect the team.
True.
So it's just like a really wild guess if I were to say something.
Hmm.
But seeing as they didn't live up to like any expectations, I would assume probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fair choice. That's a fair statement. We'll have to see
To
what
know,
it
it's
is
just
summer.
like it's just weird. Like sometimes there's just like small things that can change the entire direction of the team. Like when we were 0-7 with Schalke, like everybody, like we were just like a bronze 5 team, you know. Like
Yeah.
it could have been 5 bronze players. There would be no difference. And then suddenly we were top 4 in playoffs, like beating like top teams and looking actually good, you know. And it's literally the same players, you know, and you don't improve that much in that short of period of a time individually. So, you know, there can be a lot of things that
Yeah.
went wrong for them, and that probably can also get fixed. But once again, as I said, I don't really have good inside info, so
No, that's fair
better not
statement.
to assume.
That's a
Fair
good
statement.
take, dude.
Good take.
I'd be surprised if you were like, screw this guy, bench that guy. I think that's
Yeah.
yeah. There's enough people on the internet already doing that. Don't need
Fnatic's
another
Academy
person to do
didn't make EUMasters, right? Pretty sure they didn't.
I think they did not, yeah.
that. They got beat by giants, right?
I don't know who it was that beat them, but someone beat them. They lost to G2 Arctic. Okay. G2 Academy took them out. They got destroyed by G2 Academy. Okay. That's interesting, because I think their jungler is pretty good. Maxi lol, right?
Damn,
and then
dude.
Febivin as well. Rux was like a really hyped support who was like, I think, considered by LEC teams last year. So that's pretty a strong roster in terms of national.
That's a rough week for Fnatic, dude.
That is a rough week. Failing to qualify to EUMasters and then getting knocked out of playoffs.
By G2 Junior, only to have your main squad get 3-0'd by Mr. Neon here, and then he just comes onto Caedrel stream and just fucking
Ends
roasts you. just
He
ends
just
you with a
ends them.
single meme. Actually, it's so crazy because like we had so many years of like when EU LCS was like the double group stage or 2 groups best of 3. Like we never had really great storylines. You know what I mean? And now that it's LEC, every year is fucking cracked. Like there's no script, right? Like you can script meme all you want, but like every year is fucking cracked. First year summer, we had the double back-to-back best of 5s G2 versus Fnatic that went to 5 games. Like that's crazy. We had the Schalke Miracle run last year. Now we've got Schalke beating Fnatic this year for the first time since 2016. Ooh, they're out at 5th. Like shit, dude. LEC is like perma drama all the time. I don't know how that happens.
I mean, to be honest, like I always used to like watch pro play even when I was like a noob. And when this whole thing about like separating LCS, it was no longer gonna be EULCS, it was gonna be LEC. I was like kind of sad because the term LCS was like so used for so many years, and I was just like assuming that LEC was just gonna be like not the superior product, that LCS would be like the main one, you know, and LEC would be like the side bitch. But like the way like it turned out, I'm like really mind blown.
Yeah, I think the LEC has been
To be
really
honest, me too,
successful.
bro.
Whether it, like the content has been
Yeah.
popping, the games have been popping, the storylines, the teams, everything just went really well, I think, and you can see it, right?
Yeah.
LEC has been great, I think.
Yeah, bro, it's honestly like it's as someone who's gotten to watch from behind the scenes, it's like definitely like 50%. It's like a lot of people working really hard, but a lot of shit just came together. Like
Yeah.
when you like have a good split and you make good content, there's like good casts and players performing well on stage, you're like, cool. when you have that same split and you have like double G2 Fnatic best of fives, which is like the most cracked thing you could possibly get for viewership in 2019, you're like, okay, well, come on. Like, there's winning, and then there's
Yeah, the reverse
Gilius walking
sweeps.
into a dragon pit, smiting an enemy champion, and then auto attacking a dragon. You know, sometimes it's just like you just get it.
Yeah, and like G2 reverse sweeping best of 5 games in Athens, was it?
Yeah,
That was correct. But yeah, LEC has been really, really successful, I think. All the way from the production to the talent to the players, everything. Really, really cool. Really cool product.
oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, so
I'm just glad people
Neon,
like it, man.
Rogue on Sunday. Let's go. How was your burger?
Pretty good, but it didn't feel that good eating it because all the dopamine for today was already depleted.
Okay. What are we rating the burger out of 5?
Probably be like a solid 3.
3?
But
Solid
yeah, it's hard to rate right now
5. Yeah.
with all that's going on.
Hmm. What's going through your mind? Are you like shocked that you've won? Does it feel surreal, or are you just like, meh?
It doesn't feel surreal. Like as I said, I expected. I expected to lose. Not that I wanted to,
Yeah.
or just played my game without regret, and we won. So I'm obviously very happy.
Hmm.
And now I'm just focused on the match in 2 days. Like I'm already like thinking what we can do better or what I can do better against Rogue because it's a different team. But their playstyle with Fnatic is kind of similar.
Yeah.
As in they also played really heavily around their bot lane. They do not play around them as extremely as Fnatic does. Like they don't just like spam gank, So I think it's gonna be a bit harder against Rogue because they're a very precise team, usually, and they play a very precise style, and the way they play around their bot lane and as a team together is just, I think, really good for them. And in the meta right now, it's just a very good playstyle, so I think they will be extremely hard to beat. But then again, like I have Gilius, so you never know. What he is gonna be, he's good prepared.
No, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool to keep, as much as I think it kind of like sucks to keep the mindset of like expecting to lose all the time. I think I can see how it's like really, really good for you guys, really good for you. You know what I mean? But it also it feels sad to me that you don't. But like while that mindset helps you perform, right? That you don't get to go into the next series being like, hell yeah, like we fucking smash Fnatic. Let's go. Like let's see what we can do against Rogue. It makes me sad. But I want you to be
whenever,
like, stage.
whenever I did that in past, I would
I'm
just
sorry,
lose,
back 1
and then I would feel like extra bad,
Yeah, it's fair.
Like once you experience that feeling of being almost certain that you're going to win and then just losing, it's just like earth-shattering,
Makes sense.
So that's just like you just gotta protect yourself,
Yeah, I
Which
mean, I
is
think that.
ultimately what this is about.
Yeah, I think one of the things that makes me like the difference between pro plans like solo queue or playing with your friends is always so astounding to me because I think it's obviously so far removed, right? But the more I think about it, the more I realize it. Because I was talking to Odo about this, and it's like when I play games with my friends, I'm like sitting here on Discord, on TeamSpeak, whatever, like popping off, like let's fuck this kid up, let's fucking go. But you can't say that shit in pro comms. It's fun to say that shit, but you can't say that. Like your comms have to be clean. You relay flash timers, you talk about wave states, like anything else, and you're actually like harming the game. So it's just like it's like a no fun zone. Like the most fun you can have is winning.
Yeah, Mike.
Actually, sometimes you get to have fun because there's like some terms that I can't say that some pro players, including myself, use or have used in the past. That are just like you would really not be like fine with taking them out in the public,
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's not always like the comms are super precise, like sometimes the how do I say it?
Sometimes
like-
you gotta take it to the streets, dude. I feel you.
Yeah, take it to the streets, like that's
Take it
that's
to the
what I call
streets. Never forget the Meteos Elise cum shot. That was pretty funny, right? Cum shot in 7. Was that what he said?
Yeah, how did that make it to air? I'm still stunned. that
Cum
made
shot
it
in
to air.
7, dude. Oh my god. I don't think Gilius will ever say that, right? Because obviously, it's the fab cap, right?
No, my god. Oh no, dude, come on. To be fair, for like 2 years after that clip, that's all I thought when I played Elise. Like, that was such a good clip.
Dude, okay. I'm sorry if I'm gross, but honestly, like, speaking of cum shots, like, do you guys remember the old Xayah passive? Like, I call that a cum shot.
Oh,
just go look at it. Just go look at it, and like once you see it, you will never be able to unsee it.
I never have to look at it again. God bless, dude.
Is that the one where she dies and she just fires it
Yeah,
out?
she turns into a plant. She gets, like,
Yes.
shitty Kog'Maw past it. Yeah, or... wait, here we go.
Freak has slain dummy.
Rise of the Thorns, baby.
Okay, yeah, good one. Okay. Dear lord.
It's on my mind.
What time do you normally wake up, Neon? What's your schedule like?
I don't know, honestly. Like, I kind of want to wake up as early as possible, but it's just like, I swear, like, ever since I'm a pro player, like, my brain is just fried. My sleep schedule is so hard.
Are you streaming tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I'm planning on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like...
Guys, check out the link in chat. Neon streams every morning almost. Challenge ready carry gameplay before Scrims, so you can talk to him about the Fnatic series. You can drop him a follow. But yeah, I think he's one of the best League streamers from the pro players right now because he's really consistent and it's challenger gameplay. So yeah, and he talks to chat a lot from what I've seen. So if you have any primers, go use it on Neon.
No thanks. But yeah, I mean, I thought that there was like a gap, as in like pro players, especially ADC, like constantly streaming and like interacting with people, you know. And at first, I didn't really like streaming because it just felt like I'm under so much pressure with so many people watching me. But like once you get used to it, it's actually like a fun activity to do, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Are you partnered on Twitch?
Yeah, I am actually.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Question for Neon: does he think Upset is better than him, or is he better than Upset? I think that's a hard question to ask Neon because you can't really take much from this series. But do you think?
Well,
I'll rephrase the question. Do you think Upset could have done more in this series, or do you think he was like the issue for Fnatic at all?
well, okay, so like to be honest,
Because a lot of people are saying like Upset, it wasn't. There's not much more he could have done really.
well, to be honest, like the only thing that I can say to this is that I don't actually know, because I don't know, like their playstyle today, I don't think was optimal. And as you guys could see, like they literally tried to gank us on every wave. And I don't know whether that's Upset calling for it, or whether it's Selfmade calling for it, or who is calling for it, but it's just not a good way to play the game, I think. So like, I just honestly can't say, because I don't know how much he impacts his team.
This interview's still going, dude. This is like
we're just
after dark Euphoria chilling. This is like Euphoria nighttime.
We should do this. We should do this during MSI. I think
this is like Nightphoria.
And like I just feel like it's really hard to like compare ADC players or like say who's better, because ADC is like so dependent on how your team plays around you that it's just, to be really able to judge who's better if it's like close is to like put both players on the same team with the same players and then see who performs better on that team, and then you can get a glimpse of who's like probably a better player, you know. Because
I feel like
so many
it's so easy to say that about every role though, right? Because you look at like Fnatic when they had their back-to-back wins in, when was it, 2018 or 2019, something like that, 2018, when people were like, is Broxah even that good, you know? He has Cap stomping mid, I think it was, what was the top lane, Soaz or Bripo stomping top, you have winning lanes, is jungle really that easy? And then you have teams like I don't know, where the top laner's not doing much, but his whole team's winning, and then you're like, wait, is there a top gap in this game?
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes we can get a good idea of if someone is underperforming or not, because there's like a lot of stats that you can look to, you know? But sometimes like the stats are close, and there's just not a good way to judge.
Yeah.
But like from my perspective, it's harder to judge AD carry than, for example, support, because you can clearly see if someone is good on support or not, because you can, let's say, find good engages. And the other support is just not able to find as good engages, you know? While as if you're playing AD carry, like so many times you're like kind of dependent on that person that makes the engage.
Yo, thank you,
obviously there's things that
for the kind words.
you can see, like how you trade, how you position in team fights. But like at the very top level, it's just really kind of team dependent to be able to see the gap, I think.
That's interesting. What stats do you actually like care about when you look at your stats or other people's stats? Like, what are you actually interested in? Because I think we use a lot of stats on broadcast, and there's like some are like KDA is a trash stat, right? But like some are way better than others. There's a lot that I personally like, but I'm curious like what you actually think is relevant when it comes to evaluating players.
Yeah, before you answer that question, I think just for the people at home watching, I think LEC uses stats a lot, and people question stats, like, is stats actually useful? But what they do is they back up an opinion with stats, right? If I say Xayah is the best early game jungler, then he shows he has the highest jungle proximity, most kills assisted, 15, let's say, just for example, then it reflects the point and it just hits home with the viewer, and that's why they can relate to the early game jungle narrative a lot easier, because you back it up with stats and it's not just an opinion. But yeah, back to the question. What do you think, Neon? What stats are you looking at?
I think there's a lot of useless stats, like for example, like let's say KDA or even CSD. I would consider sometimes useless because, say, if enemy mid jungle is always winning, then chances are you will have to drop some waves because they might be coming to dive you, and then you will have less CS. But it's not because you're a bad laner, but it's just because your team is losing, you know. And same for KDA. If your whole team is winning, it's way harder for you to die as an ADC than, let's say, the whole map is dark and the enemy can be legit in every bush. And sometimes you have to take risks, so you end up dying more on a losing team. So in that regard, I would also say that KDA is probably like a bait stat. But there's like a stat that maybe can give you like actually something like, say, the amount of gold that you get compared to the damage that you output.
Yep, we have that one. We don't use that one a lot, but we do have that one.
Kind of shows like how well you can transfer your resources into actual damage, you know. So I think those kinds of stats can be useful to look at, or like the team percentage damage, you know, or like jungle proximity. Like for example, like last week there was the Rogue series and the LEC brought up auto stats, and they were actually mind blowing because this guy had like the literally like the lowest jungle proximity. So his jungle was around him the least, yet he was first in, I think it was CSD and DPM.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense that the jungle.
That highlights it. Wow, he's doing a fucking good job, right, for what he's given, because he's given nothing, but he's actually doing the best, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like that actually says something. Like those stats, you can take something away from, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's say you're playing like, let's say you're a bot laner and your jungle is around you the most, then, you know, in that regard, you should also have the biggest CSD out of all the AD carries, because it would make sense. So like auto just doesn't make sense. It just literally means that he does something very well.
Yeah, I think it's the difficulty is that like there's no perfect stat, right? So it's like you always have to look at the gameplay too. Like, but what the cool things that stats can do is either support your opinions, right? So if you think Odo's really good, doesn't get a lot of attention, boom. Or it can help you ask good questions, which is like, okay, why is Odo's jungle proximity so low? You know, and maybe you watch the game and maybe like, because I haven't watched Odo super closely, like because I haven't been casting Rogue. I will be on AD on Sunday, but like if I watch those games and it's like he has 6% JP, it's like, okay, but how much time is Inspired actually on top side? Like that's the follow-up question that makes you ask, because jungle proximity, as great of a stat as it is still limited in what it can tell you, because maybe Inspired is sitting topside just out of the range the jungle proximity tracks and is just not showing up, you know? So it's like, I think that's the cool thing about stats. So they can either help you answer questions or they can help you ask questions, but that's like, they're never perfect on their own in isolation.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Neon, question for Neon. Are you required to exercise? Is it a requirement at all? Being healthy, eating healthy? Because I know you just finished your nice fat fucking burger. But is tomorrow a workout? Are you going for a run? Or are you forced to do a run? Are you forced to do any gym or anything like this? Exercising, weights in the house, anything like this? Or is it just burger fucking central and yeah?
Well, no physical activity is required, but like at the top, like once you play as a pro player, you will realize that physical activity is kind of essential to be able to perform at the highest level. And I don't know if that's in general or it's individually, but to me it helps a lot to like untilt and just have more overall energy. So me myself, I do a decent amount of physical activity. I would like to do more, but with the current time that I've given, I can't. But yeah, I definitely do think that it's in the best interest of player to just take whatever measures he needs to perform the best, and that be do sports or just like read books, you know, like you don't need to be in the best physical shape to play games, but I think it can impact.
Yeah, I think that the big, because I used to just be like, especially when I was like 21, 22, I was like, I need to exercise because I need to get jacked. And now that I'm like 28, you know, I'm basically a fucking boomer these days. I'm like, if I don't exercise, my mental is just trash. Like, fuck getting jacked. That's like a nice side benefit, but it's so good for your mental. It's like insane how much more productive you are. I don't know if you feel this too, Neon, but like if you exercise at the start of a day and then you go do anything else, it's like infinitely more productive.
Yeah, I mean, I actually used to do this like during the LEC days, like before every LEC game. I used to do this year. I jumped a rope in my room because it's Corona, you know, and it was cold outside. So
Yeah.
I just thought that it's a good idea to do jumping rope. So I would just skip the rope 2,000 times before every game, and then I would feel like
2,000 times, Neon. Jesus.
Bruh.
I don't even know if that's a lot, but it's, you know,
Damn.
it just makes me feel really good afterwards. So I kind of keep it going.
Ladies, you want a man who can lift you into the air with his legs alone. He is in this Discord call right now. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
dude. Okay, dude. Well, Gilius is no fapping. Neon can fucking lift you and put you up against the wall. Let's go,
Oh
man.
my god, that's not what I broke. That's 10 times worse than
Less
what I
than
said.
3.
I just said pick you up with his legs. I didn't imply anything else, bro. You're the one going in too deep.
Whoa,
now.
whoa. Okay. What are you gonna say, Neon?
Well, it's. I didn't really listen, to be honest. I was just reading the chat. I don't know. I just
Probably
kind
good.
of,
you didn't
We got a
listen.
primer. I fap every day. Welcome to Gryffindor, man. Thanks for the prime. Moving on. Are you excited to watch any European Masters teams, or have you watched any European Masters already? Any players or teams standing out to you at all, Neon?
well, I have a lot of friends at Mouse, so I kind of like just follow that team.
Mhm.
But besides that, I would be watching EUMasters a lot if it wasn't for playoffs. But right now, there's just not enough time, you know.
Yeah.
And it overlaps with our practice time. So
Makes
usually
sense.
when I come back home, like most of the EUMasters is already done. So,
Damn. The struggle of pro player life, dude. You can't watch and enjoy League casually.
yeah, I mean it's such a different life to anything else, I swear.
Actually, someone
Alright.
just linked me this. This brings back memories. The burger flipped meme. I actually did a tweet in 2020, and I think this was maybe the first burger flipped meme. Maybe it was where Malice was
Check the lad was the
blaming
king.
Europe West, and then I tweeted at him over a year ago about how when the
Wait, I
system gets
forgot
fixed,
this.
he gets burger
This was literally your greatest tweet of your entire career, by the way.
flipped. Yeah, but he was flaming the whole server for being hard stuck, and then I just went in on him.
Yeah, I don't think he deserved this, but you just like that was the tweet of the year, bro. I don't think anyone that was. I just remember reading Herbivore playstyle. I like lost it, dude.
Yeah. Actually, what's your opinion on me as a player, Neon? Because I get flamed for never making playoffs. What's your
Yeah,
unbiased opinion on me?
Okay,
When you
so
were
my
played against me
unbiased
all of last
opinion-
year, right?
My unbiased opinion is I think that you were much better than your team standings actually showed. Like I've played with you a long time, even before you were LEC. Like we played a lot of duo queues, right? And I honestly thought that you were pretty good, you know. And it just didn't reflect on your competitive career, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like sad to like see you go so soon.
Aw.
But
I didn't
like,
pay you to say this, right? Just want to confirm.
yeah, you did not. Wink, wink. Anyways. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but I definitely do think, like, even though I think you were a good player and you didn't like really showcase full potential, I think that you're probably the best thing that has happened to LEC in a long time. Caster talent-wise, you're just like also a very natural caster, you know. So.
Aw. Dude, you're spoiling me. April Fool's was yesterday. Aw. Why people happy? Copium. Copium, good caster, never made playoffs.
Actually, I need a demon in my chat to Copium. How nice is it?
Yeah, you have BTTV?
ADC Battle Copium. Can't wait.
Okay. Alright, thanks a lot for being on the first pro player me and Drakos have interviewed after dark, man. Thank you so much. I think this is something we're going to do a lot more. And if you win on Sunday, please come back. Please come back on Sunday on stream.
Okay, if we win, I will.
Alright, that's a deal. You heard it here first. Clip it and ship it. Alright, thanks a lot, man. Take care.